Hey everyone, Morgan here. Today we're going to be pressure canning. I finally got my all-American pressure canner. Here it is in all its glory. It is beautiful. I've got it mostly set up here. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty easy setup. The nice thing about the All-American is that there's no gaskets and you tighten it shut. So I think it's a little bit safer. But I'll show you the process of it in a little bit. Right now, I am peeling potatoes. This first video is going to be about pressure canning potatoes. So I'm peeling the potatoes and putting them in water with absorbic acid, and then I'll boil them for 10 minutes. All right, so the potatoes are boiling for 10 minutes. This is called a hot pack method, where you're pre-cooking it, and then I'll show you what to do after this. But the peeling and waiting for the water to boil and now boiling has basically been the longest part. And then, but yeah, it's all pretty straightforward process. I don't want you to. All right, so 10 pounds of potatoes did 6 quarts. I think I would barely have enough for 1 more quart. So I don't think I'm even gonna can just 1 more quart. I'm just gonna eat them. To me, it's not worth it. I'll just know to do 20 pounds next time so that I can do 12. I wanted to do 12, but that's okay. You know, it's a learning process. So I've got them packed. Now I'm gonna put just hot water in it. You can put hot water with a teaspoon of salt, but I'm going to nix the salt and just do the hot water. Don't forget to let all the air holes out, poke it. I would use a plastic spoon or something like that. Don't use metal in case it'll break, but when you do that, it actually, it you know, really brings it down. It's a kind of a big difference, so then you can put in a little bit more water, but yeah, poking it's kind of a big deal. All right, then be sure to rinse the rim. You're basically just rinsing all the water off so that it'll make a really nice seal. All right, it is time to bring out the beast. This is my all new All-American pressure canner. I am so excited. This is the first use. Okay, so we are going to put 2 to 3 inches of hot water in there. All right, so my model will actually hold 7 quart jars, but I got 6 in here because that's all I got. I guess I could have done this. I don't even know if I could have packed a 7th one, but anyway, so we got it in here. Now we're gonna put the lid on, and this is the All-American. There's no gaskets or anything to mess with that. So, all right, so we just tighten all of these on, and now we are going, so I'm at a higher elevation, so we're gonna get it up to a 15-pound pressure, and we're going to cook these potatoes, or can them, for 40 minutes. But first, we have to turn it on and let it actually get up to pressure, and then I'll show you what to do after that. What we're doing right now is we are waiting until there's a steady stream coming out of this valve for 10 minutes, and then we're gonna put this little weight on. I'm gonna put it on the 15, and then we'll go from there. When steam is consistently coming out, then I put a timer on for 10 minutes. A pressure canner seems very intimidating, you know. Water bath canning is pretty straightforward and pretty simple. But pressure canning is too, you know. You just have to really pay attention to the directions for your pressure canner, as well as the directions for whatever recipe you're following. So, you know, just really pay attention to the directions and you should be good. And that's for the same with any canning. Just pay attention to those directions and it should go off without a hitch. Just as a real quick FYI, a pressure cooker is not the same as a pressure canner. If yours says pressure canner / cooker, that's fine. But if it does not say that it is a pressure canner, then it is not a pressure canner. Pressure cookers, you may be able to have one that does both. But if you have like an Instant Pot or something where it's just a pressure cooker, and it won't do pressure canning. So just because it's a pressurized cooker doesn't mean it'll do canning. It needs to actually say pressure canning. Okay, it has been 10 minutes, so I'm going to carefully put the vent pipe over it. Sorry, my video cut off, but the vent pipe is on it, and I'm doing 15 pounds of pressure. So now I'm going to wait for the first jiggle until I start. When I see the first jiggle, I will start the timer for 40 minutes. When the vent makes a little clanking noise, as you hear in just a minute, when it makes that first noise, then you can start your timer. It should be basically up to pressure. And after that, you'll just be adjusting the temperature to make sure that you hear anywhere in between 1 to 4 of those little clinks per minute. All right, so it's all done. The 40 minutes cooked. And right now we're just waiting for it to get to that 0 to release the pressure fully. Once it's reached 0, you'll take that weight pressure regulator off, and then you'll wait 2 minutes, and then we're going to take it off.
There it goes. All right, that's cool.
All right, here are the finished potatoes right out of the pressure canner. They need to cool, sufficiently cool. You know, everything looks okay. This one does not. I don't know what happened. I guess I didn't put enough water. I thought I did, but I'm not sure that this one's going to make it. We may have to eat this right away. It's the only one that's not popping, but it could pop. But I may just want to consider eating this one pretty quickly. Anyway, everything else looks good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. You just want to make sure to make it to let it completely cool before you make any decisions on eating, you know, this stuff right away or not. But yeah, looks fantastic to me. All right, that was pressure canning potatoes. The next video I'm going to be pressure canning sweet potatoes, and then after that I'm going to be pressure canning some pinto beans. And got creeper husband there who's helping me this morning. But progress a little bit at a time. You know, it's a lot of waiting. It's a lot of waiting for things to boil, waiting for things to reach to pressure, and then pressurizing, and then depressure. It's all so much waiting. So it took all morning to do this. We got to have some other things to do. But anyway, more videos of pressure canning coming up. If you have any questions, put them down in the link below. And thank you all so much for watching. Conquer tomorrow by preparing today. Talk to you all later. Bye.